What up, everybody? I just had a thought that came come to my head as I was sitting. You know, and it's been something that's going on for a minute. I guess it's easier to do in the internet space. Um, Using another man's name in vain. Now we hear the biblical in the Bible where they say, thou shalt not use the Lord thy God's name in vain. But you know that we also hear in the current culture, the black culture, that the black man, the black woman is God. So it comes to the point where, hey, if you're using another black man's name in vain, then you're pretty much breaking one of the Ten Commandments. But that may be blasphemous. That may sound blasphemous for some. But what I'm really trying to say here is that, you know, in this internet space, there's a lot of money to be made. And anytime uh, there's money to be made in a certain situation, and of course, I can only speak more specifically and more, with authority. I can speak with authority on black folks, so nigga folks. Anytime money is involved in some shit, and niggas can get a hold of it, it don't take long for it to get messy. And one of the things that the code that I follow says is that if black people are not getting together for the cause of solving problems, then there's bound to be chaos. So you have certain situations where people get to talking about things. Let's say, for example, a current topic. Let's say adultery, or like baby mamas, or some shit like that. Get relationships, and then it's like, well, uh, there'll be a particular celebrity that I don't know, you may have a righteous or unrighteous disdain for, or you don't like this particular celebrity. This Whenever you see this celebrity on camera or doing whatever this celebrity does, you have a tendency to I don't know. And like I said, this has become very popular on the internet. Well, I guess once upon a time before the internet, social media allows us to be very, very messy and very, very careless, and oftentimes, many times to our detriment. People get killed off just being on the internet. People get lengthy jail or prison sentences just by the things that they do or they show on the internet. And people ruin lifetime relationships, whether it be a relationship between a family member or associate, or even a job relationship. Professional relationships. Professional relationships are ruined on the internet constantly because they say underneath this particular instance called cancel culture, you're able to make as many posts, or maybe do a change petition, or email a person's place of employment to complain about something that they said from their own opinion on the internet. I guess it somehow makes us feel more superior to deprive someone of their of their ability to sustain themselves just because they said something that hurt our feelings. So it comes down to using another man's name in vain. Um, and it's so ridiculous because the whole thing reaches criminality anyway. Like say for example, there's a lot of arrests and things going on in the industry, in the culture, in the hip hop culture, the trap rap culture, and it's associated with gang banging, and I guess robberies, and drugs is always going to play a part in it. So there's this trading of these things, and those things are being popularized and propagandized in your songs and on your videos and on your social media pages, and you feel so comfortable that, hey, the more I do on social media, the more followers and the more adoration, and I guess in turn money I'll get by doing this. But what you fail to realize is that sometimes these individuals don't use props in their presentations that they do on social media. Sometimes they have actual things. It's real money. It's real dope. They make real threats. They show real footage of criminal activity that they've done. So it's like when that's really what I'm going into. Is like, well, when the ball drops and everybody in there and all the co-conspirators are in a position where don't snitch, whatever, whatever. Um, you may have some that do and some that don't, and then but beyond all that, there's always an instance where there must be legal paperwork if there's a conviction brought upon by that person's word. So you got people that may say, well, such and such is a snitch, or such. No, I'm gonna get off the snitch shit. Such and such an adulterer. Such and such does bad business. He such and such robbed me, and I did good business with him. But in your mind, it may have been something, and it more than likely was something on your end, or maybe a miscommunication, or maybe just something that you failed to do, or some particular goal, or uh, uh, goal, or whatever you wanted to accomplish. It may not be as simple as a business deal. It may be something as simple as no, not even as simple as it may be just on failed decisions in your life. You may see someone online, or just anywhere else you don't know nothing about, don't have nothing to do with, but you operating in a certain form of fashion, and you get to the point where you attempt to that it's their fault that you are a substandard person, that you haven't strive to reach the best of your potential. So what you do is you deflect your failure upon someone else. And in doing that, you have to figure out some kind of way to have an anti-campaign against that person in which you have that, it's easily said, envy. And that envious acrimony toward, that you're hating on the fellow. Because there's something, and it doesn't have necessarily to do to despite you. It's just something that you may want, or something that you haven't been able to attain. So therefore, you must take upon the task of putting on a campaign of saying things that maybe that you pretty much asserted are true. You may use speculation. You may have no things that are true. Yet still, you'll go around and pass them in a manner in which you think that will negatively affect them. Not because you're trying to be a just person, trying to be to put a point put across a sense of righteousness, a sense of honesty and purity. You're doing it just for the fact that you want to try to get a little bit of lick back. A lick back that is not necessarily have anything to do with anything that person has done with you. That person may not even know you. And that's the game of social media. Social media, you can put somebody's name in the topic, and you can go on, and whether that person has any interaction with you at all, you can make up a story. You can over-exaggerate an event. You may even take offense to someone's words, and our words are no more than someone's opinion. It's not about what you say. It's not about what you can prove. It's not about what you think. It's what you know for certain and for fact. But yeah, man, stop using other niggas' names in vain. And that goes for women too, y'all. Y'all women, y'all throw shade on y'all on women y'all may know. Women you may not know. Just for the sake of putting yourself in a more better. That's in a better position. I guess. Of status or moral and ethics. They may think that by putting someone else's down, saying something bad about their character, or just talking bad about them just for the sake of elevating themselves in the presence of another. But yeah, man, use another nigga name in vain. It's, the black man is gone. The nigga, the Niger. That's a divine epithet. I keep on saying it. Y'all folks probably not even add about. Let me stop. People hear when they hear me say nigga, or my page is titled The Niger Room. They may take it as offense, like it's something that How dare he must have a certain definite sense of self? Hey, but no, it's far from that. NGR, that's a defined epithet that means that could either mean people that are dark to tripping. NGR, nigga, status. And when those individuals who came from outside the area the niggas were, they had to behold them as gods. The knowledge, wisdom, and the prosperity, and the intellect. Peace and love.